Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Grace Njanga. I'm so happy, I'm very excited, joyous, na feel nice, na feel poor. Na po comment section wanike every other good word of how good this girl is feeling. Why? Because this is a day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. I had to say that because let me tell you, I've been wanting to do this for the past 3 years. Kutoka nitoke form 4, this has been a dream of mine, and you know what, I've never done it, not because of any valid reason, so to say. It's because of one thing, one very serious, one very sad thing called imposter syndrome. Yeah, and this video today, it will all be about imposter syndrome. So first and foremost, what's my understanding of imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome ni frequent feelings of inadequacy, frequent feelings of self-doubt. Unajiuliza, who do I think I am? Your inner self asks you. Maybe, for example, you've set a goal. Maybe by the end of the year, I want to have saved 30 G's. But you know what your inner self tells you? Who do you think you are? How do you think you're going to get that money? Hey, not unless wewe nimekwambia unaweza. But I'm here to tell you that God is the only person who holds our future, and our destiny belongs to the Lord. Hallelujah. Because let me tell you one thing, if nimeketi hapa to do a YouTube video, like I've managed to get past all those levels of doubting anxiety, or doubting myself, anxiety, and all that, and I'm not seated right here in front of my camera doing this. It's the work of the Lord. Let me tell you one thing about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome haibagui ati wewe umeachieve vitu mingi, so wewe unajiamini. Even for those people who have accolades and accolades, achievements and achievements, it doesn't give a hoot. It doesn't. You'll find mtu akona a lot of achievements, but guess what? They are still doubting themselves. They still think that, you know what, I'm not good enough. They still think that I cannot do this. They still think that they're not important enough to sit down and say something to the world. Let me tell you one thing. Being a grown up is very good, but it is also very tedious at the same time, and it is also very challenging at the same time. Why? You know, when you're growing up, people around you always make space for you to showcase your talent, for you to show how good you are at something, for you to shine. Even come mama, come and present for the poem you said at the school, come mama, come and present the memory verse, blah 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 blah, and you'll stand there and entertain people. But as you grow up, reality hits hard, and the world shows you that it actually owes you nothing. And that's the reality. The Wajiko in me is shining. The reality of life, that you know what? You have to swallow all those lots of self-doubt. You have to swallow those lots of fear. All those things. And you know what? Against all odds, you do whatever you ought to do. Because the world will never know that you're capable of doing something unless wewe mwenyewe uonyeshe you can. Then they'll learn, actually, hapa kuna something interesting. Hapa kuna something that can. So the world will start appreciating you. The world will now start giving back to you. If you give, this is what I usually believe. If you give to the world has a way of giving back to you. Because I usually believe everyone's purpose, however, businessman and all that, I believe that whatever our purpose is, it's always in line with giving to the world. And when you give to the world gives back to you. Okay. So, in this journey of battling imposter syndrome, what has been happening specifically to me, mimi nimekuwa like, I want to shoot this content, I want to shoot this video, but I've not had a good haircut. Sijenda nikekwa ile cut ya huku mbele na tu ka design hapa. Imagine things as simple as that would make me not shoot content, would make me not sit down and talk to you people. And the funniest thing about me out here, I have words to say. even if what work face, I actually tell my friends and my close family that if it's God's will, I would love to do psychology as my master's. Because trust me, I'll meet with a stranger and that person will feel comfortable enough to open up to me. And trust me, I'll just share out my thoughts. I'm very sympathetic and empathetic at the same time, and that makes me really interact with people, and that makes me like we click a lot with very many people because it's actually pure concern. See, actually, I'm just faking it. I don't do things because I'll tell you the reality, but at the same time, I'll be sympathetic. Sitakwambia na mobile and all that. So actually, people are usually like, na mbona ufanyangi content ukiongelesha watu, mbona uongeangi like actually even the sample tell me aki Grace unaongeanga sana, sifungua tu YouTube channel huna pour out hapo zingine. And I'm so happy, I'm very excited. So let me tell you, at times how can imposter syndrome inaweza portray aje, unaweza ijuaje this imposter syndrome. For example, with imposter syndrome, here's the thing before you even go to that, how it when inajirevealingi. With imposter syndrome, the thing is, you can do this. Factually, you can do this. The fact of the matter is you have whatever it takes. You have the equipment, you have the equipment, you have the talent. But you know what imposter syndrome does to you? Imposter syndrome shows you every negative thing around you. Unaona wewe you're not enough. Unaona wewe there's nothing you can do. Unaona you're just a weakling that needs help. Trust me, nilikuwa nimefika point nikajiambia, I believe in the future I'm going to meet this friend that is actually going to be imposter syndrome free, mwenye has struggled with these feelings of self-doubt, mwenye tutafanya naye a YouTube channel or a podcast, and you know what, we're going to conquer it because that person will be more ambitious than me. Actually, a few weeks ago I was telling my sister that I think I need a very ambitious person, a person who is more ambitious than me, so that akwe anani push nikuwa nafanya mambo na nisi ishie nguvu katikati. Who do I think? Like, I'm telling you, the world owes you nothing. So I wanted to just sit and wait for that day. What if that day never actually comes? What if it doesn't come? You see, so some of the ways that imposter syndrome can reveal itself, ni feelings of anxiety. Feelings of anxiety. Now see, it's not the normal kind of anxiety that just comes and go. You just affirm yourself 1 2 1 2 and then it's off. Hey, anxiety in a way that una feel like it balloons into something very big, bigger than you, bigger than all the positivity that is in yourself. Unaona enyewe hapa hata nifanye nini, hapa hata nite all my up to my 4th generations backwards. I didn't tell my great grandmother her spirit, even if I summon all the spirits of my ancestors. Yeah, iwezani. And that is a big lie. One thing that I've come to realize, if there's something that steals the best of ideas from the world, it's not failure, it's fear. And imposter syndrome and fear are very close to each other. Because people who usually have imposter syndrome, and when you're struggling with imposter syndrome sana, they're afraid of failure. What if I fail? What if I? You're very much afraid. Uoga inakwanga imejaa mtu. I'm telling you, I was afraid of what if people don't like my content? What if people say this and that? What if people think najifanya tu? What if people think I'm not ready enough? What if people think I don't have content? But you know what? I said I'm doing this for me. Like, cause there's that person mwenye anataka tu kuona kama huyo aliweza, hata mimi naweza. Kama yeye aliweza. Like, if you feel you're meant to just sit in front of a camera and say, hello guys, my name is blah 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 blah, whatever it is, imagine you can. And I'm telling you, when something inside you really wants to, inataka kureleasiwa, but uko hapo hivi hutaki, that's the worst thing you can ever do to yourself. Because at times, actually, I usually tell people, but I don't usually apply it. We usually afraid of failure. We're usually afraid of the worst case scenario. But what if it actually turns out very nice? What if it actually turns out better than we ever imagined? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, food for thought. Food for thought. So, for my guys out there who are struggling with imposter syndrome, I can tell you some of the ways. I'm gonna share with you some of the ways that uh you can go past that phase of self-doubt and all that, and anxiety and all that. And you know how? Imagine every day that you wake up, you just kneel down and tell God, God, you know what? You created me for a purpose. And I pray that are whatever my dreams are, may they be in line with your purpose for my life. And whatever that I set my head to do, may it come, excuse me, whatever I set my head to do, may it come to pass. May I be able to achieve my dreams. Procrastination is not my portion. Self-doubt is not my portion. I declare confidence and self-belief upon myself. I am a conqueror because you say so in your word. Imagine. Yeah. I usually tell my friends that faith can make you look stupid. But let me tell you, God has really played a very big part with this journey. Because I'm telling you, ushai feel like, sasa hadi mbona basi ninatamaningi kufanya na siwezi fanya. But I'm telling you, pray about it. Pray about it. If there is one thing that is underrated, is actually prayer. Prayer moves mountain. Prayers works wonders. Prayer works wonders. I believe that actually prayer can move a mountain. Like literally. Nawezi nitoa hapo. That is what I believe. Because mimi self-doubt yangu, nasema it's not kitu mimi nimejisaidia sana. I can say it's more of a God thing. Because things just align. I'm telling you, when I tell you things align. Tripod yangu, I wanted to shoot content for my business. My tripod had lost. Ilikuwa imepotea. Tripod yangu kupotea, tulikuwa tunaitafuta. I didn't have stickers for my biashara. I had stickers before, but zikapotelea huku home. Tell me why tripod imepotea. We have the ring light, but we don't have the tripod. Tripod imepotea, tumetafuta. Tell me where when we find that tripod, tupata stickers ziko in the same kabag, ziko in another kabag, ziko kwa that kabag, and my stickers are inside there. As if that's not enough, nilikuwa nimeanza to give up. Tell me why I find out that the class I'm supposed to have the following morning actually ni kuisha iliisha. We're not supposed to have another class. That was the end. I'm telling you guys, when things misjui, but I believe when God's time is the best. Trust me, at times you can maybe give in to imposter syndrome, to those feelings of self-doubt, inadequacy and all that, but pray about it. Whenever you find yourself procrastinating sana, imagine, pray about it. Tell God to give you the strength. Always learn to affirm yourself. Whenever you look at the mirror, tell yourself, I can do this, I am a conqueror. I set myself to achieve all the goals that I set. Yes, I set myself to achieve all the goals that I set. Yes, I'm a doer. You affirm yourself, I'm a doer. I can do this. I will do this. I must do this. Okay. And you know the thing, let me tell you one thing. I'm actually I'm actually learning and battling with this thing of fearing failure, because maybe naogopa fail. I actually remember there was a time I had a French exam. Trust me, I was ready for that paper, but I didn't turn up for that paper. Why? Because I was afraid of failing. And I had to pay an entire 7 or 8 Gs. 7 Gs or 8 Gs, I'm not sure about that. I had to pay it because of fear of failure. Maybe ningepata your 50 and that's it. Ningepass. Ningekuwa pass mark. But what did I choose to do? I was afraid I didn't turn up for that exam. Yes. I want to tell you that you can do this. I want to affirm you today. I want to tell you that no matter how bad you think you are, you have something to share with the world. Yes. The way God created us, He created us in a way that we give out to the world so that the world in return, as a form of saying thank you, it pours back to us. We pour to the world, and the world pours back to us. I want to remind us that we are more than our imposter syndrome. If you're out there struggling with imposter syndrome, don't worry, because you know what? Your day is coming. Pray about it. Pray about it. I'm telling you, pray about it. I'm so serious about this, by the way. Yeah, I'm so serious. So serious. Yes. So I guess that's it for today. We've talked about what is imposter syndrome. We've talked about some of how it can like reveal itself, and we've talked about how to go get past that imposter syndrome. First of all, you pray. Second of all, you affirm yourself. Third, before you even forget, journaling. Journaling is something very important. Write those thoughts down, then read them. You know, let me tell you one thing. Ukifikiria kitu, it looks like something very hypothetical, like I exist. Write them down. When you read those thoughts, you're like, aye. Yani mimi nafikiria I cannot do this. Mimi nafikiria. And let me tell you, I believe we are all gifted in our own special ways. I hope that this is helpful to one person. I'm not even wishing for 10 people, just one person. I want to remind you that yes, you can do this, that yes, you're a conqueror, and yes, you are who you think you are. And don't be less for nobody. Yes, that's what I want to tell you today. Don't shrink yourself to fit into other people's spaces. Be as big as you can. Go wild and go out and shine, because that is what the Lord created us for, to shine, because we are stars. I'm here to remind you that you're a star. So to that one person that this has impact on, I love you, and I hope that it's this video actually sparks something, actually moves someone from a certain point A to a point B, a certain point B to a point C. That is my wish. That one person, not 1,000 people, not 200 people, but just one person. Anyways, as I'm happy if you've reached to this part, kindly subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, like, and finally don't forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever I post content, you'll be among my first people. You'll be among those who are notified about my content. I love you all. I hope you understand. I hope you feel how this was burning inside of me. And I can't believe I'm 18 minutes in. Truly, this is a work of the Lord. And I hope you also sit one day and say, truly, this is a work of the Lord. Otherwise, that's it for today. I don't want to make long videos that are gonna be boring, so that's why I made it short. I'm now 18 minutes and 40 seconds, and hope that this is nice. I hope that this encourages someone. Yes, let's meet next time, same place. Mwah.